Hey, welcome to Live with Lynn. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so I know you were here. I'm Lynn Huber, and I appreciate you being here today. So today is Super Bowl Sunday. It's very likely you're going to be watching the game or having it on TV wherever you are today, right? I mean, not me. I'm not into it at all. But hey, there's Super Bowl parties everywhere. I mean, almost everybody I know is having a party. And this game is watched all over the world, and it shows the great value of leadership and playing as a cohesive team. So since today's all about teams, let's talk about how to be team players. So if you were looking for a job, I think regardless of the position you're applying for, the interviewer is probably going to ask you, or likely will ask you, if you're a team player. Hi, Estelita, good to see you. Thanks for being here. So, of course, you already know the answer they want, right? If they're asking you if you can if you're a team player, then of course you want to assure them that yes, of course I am a team player, right? But still, the words have become so familiar that we might not think much about what they mean. You know, we've said them so many times, but have we really thought about what they mean? And it's something worth considering, because teamwork is essential if you want to have a successful career or a business even, and experience that work satisfaction. So many times, especially for projects, major projects, the only way to effectively really complete them well is by relying on a wide range of people who have a diverse set of skills. And so work relationships also play a big part in being happy on your job and building a strong network that's going to help you to advance and grow in your job. So let's take a closer look at what it takes to be a team player. So here's some tips on how to contribute your unique strengths and form positive connections with your coworkers. But also, since my business is Avon, and the people that I work with are on my team are not employed by me. They all have their own businesses and their own dreams and goals, and everybody has their Avon business for a different reason, and I'm not their boss and they don't work for me, right? But I'm here to support them and help them be as successful as possible. So even though the ideas I'm going to talk about today are really more geared towards a job, if you're in a job, they can still apply if you're part of a team in a home business too, whether you're on my team or any team, any business. So let's talk about some of the ways that you can do that. So before you can perform tasks with a group, it's really important to carry out your own responsibilities successfully, right? If you can't do your own job, you're not going to be able to help others. So if you work in a job, obviously making sure your responsibilities are done well are important to the very survival of your job, so that you can keep your job, right? But even when you have your own business, such as Avon, you're responsible for the success or non-success of your business. You're responsible. And the better you get at working your business well, the more successful you'll be. So I have some strategies that are going to help you show that you have the knowledge and the attitude and the skills to be really successful in your job. And so that you are also, if we're talking about you being in your own business, that these are going to show you that you're in it to win it, right? So the first one is meet deadlines. So you can earn trust by completing your work on time and following through with what you say you're going to do. Your teammates want to know they can depend on you. If you do run into a delay, inform others promptly so they can update their plans, right? In a business like with Avon, it also means following the order schedule, making sure your orders are submitted on time, making sure you meet the deadlines, because sometimes that can be really important in your business. If you're a new representative, it could mean tracking your pathway to premier goals so that you can earn the most money possible in your first 4 months. So then the next one, take responsibility. So hold yourself accountable for the quality of your work. Admit it when you made a mistake and show that you can learn from the experience. I make mistakes all the time. Seriously, I do. I think I just push myself so hard, but I make mistakes all the time. And the good thing is I learn from them. Right? But even when I worked in a job before, when I used to be marketing manager at the food distributor, in all my jobs, but particularly in this job, I made mistakes. It was a really high pressure job. I had things going on all the time and I made mistakes. And I always went to my boss and explained what I did and had suggestions ready to offer as how best to fix it. Of course, in my job as marketing manager, many times those mistakes cost the company, cost a lot, right? Those mistakes can be deadly, right? And my boss really appreciated the fact that I kept her in the loop. I've never been one to hide my mistakes, mostly because I was just more afraid of being found out. And then it would be even worse. So I just took the hit right up front, took responsibility for it, and then moved on. And my boss, she let me know over and over again that she appreciated the fact that I came to her, and especially the fact that I already had solutions ready to offer. So, that's what, in my mind, shows you as a leader, right? That shows you as a strong person or a strong team member. So, those are just some ideas. Ask for input. Let your coworkers know that you value their insights and their expertise. Ask for advice when you're working on a complicated project or wondering what to do or how to do your routine tasks more effectively, because there's always better ways to do things. And in our Avon business, and I'm sure in most other home businesses, we have private Facebook groups where we can come together and learn from each other. Participate in those groups. Or whatever kinds of mastermind type things, whatever kind of discussion groups or whatever, the technology is at the time, participate in those. And you might find that you might need help sometimes, but then you also might be the one that has the answer sometimes. And that's pretty cool too, right? So then continue learning. So pick up new knowledge and skills, because those are going to make you a valuable employee and a team member. So sign up for training courses at work or attend seminars at your local community college. If you're in a home business, show up for the meetings, the Facebook Lives, the webinars, or the Zoom calls. All of these are effective ways for you to learn more about your business, the products, and how best to grow. Interacting with your team. Even talented individuals are going to have trouble creating a powerful team if they're disengaged or arguing with each other, right? So do your part to establish a sense of purpose or skillful communications. Like I mentioned earlier, participate in the groups. If you have Facebook groups or whatever, participate in those. Again, you might need the help sometimes, but then other times you might be the one that has the answers. That's pretty cool. And then here's some other ideas you might find helpful. Make a commitment. Put the mission of the team ahead of your own preferences. Dedicate yourself to reaching your shared goals and supporting your team members. Obviously, this is extremely effective in a work environment, but it's also great in your home business, right? Zig Ziglar said, I think it was Zig Ziglar, he said, if you help enough people get what they want, you can have whatever you want. And that is so true, whether you're in a work environment or in a business. I really believe that what you put out there comes back to you. That's just how the universe works. Think positive. Look for ways to take advantage of whatever setbacks you have. If a new product launch is taking longer than expected, or if the new product launched and now it's out of stock, use that extra time to increase your social media presence and recruit more team members. Find other ways to build your business, or just think out of the box and find other ways to get around the setback, or what other things you can do in your business because you can't do that one right now, right? So reach out, get to know your teammates. Maybe you want to socialize outside the office, or just share stories about your children and your cats, right? Lend a hand when you see a colleague falling behind or dealing with extra demands. Create ground rules. Clear expectations make it easier to work together. And so your top priorities may be starting meetings on time and accepting each suggestion as a worthy consideration. Express appreciation. Tell your coworkers what you like about them. Thank them for sharing their ideas and pitching in with making phone calls or helping you with whatever you're doing. Provide feedback. Be tactful and direct about commenting on individual and group performance. Focus on finding solutions and making enhancements. And, be open to suggestions and be willing to try out unfamiliar approaches. Be open to what other people are doing, because they might have something that works differently or better than you, right? So working well with others can help you pursue a rewarding career or a successful business. Team players with commitment look beyond their own piece of work and care about the team's overall work. In the end, the commitment's about winning, not in the sports sense of beating your opponent, but about seeing the team succeed and knowing they have contributed to the success. Another saying I love is a rising tide lifts all ships. So when the tide rises, the ships that are in the water, they raise too, right? And so we can lift each other up and help each other. If we're in our Avon business, Why not have all the Avon sisters rise? Why not all of us rise? If you're in a job and you're in a company, why not your whole department rise or your whole company rise? Because the more successful your company is, the more likely you're going to get to keep your job for longer, right? When the economy turns or whatever. So let's lift each other up and help each other. When you learn to become a great team player, you'll cultivate valuable contacts and you'll open up way more opportunities. So, hey, go watch the Super Bowl. And as you're watching it, pay attention to how well they all work together as a team. You know, if you watch it with an idea of a coach mind or a leader mind or a team player mind, you might actually learn something that can help you in your business. So, hey, now I'd love to hear from you. What qualities do you think work well in a team environment? What thoughts do you have in general on this subject? Please share with us below. I would love to hear them. Anyway, hey, that's what I have for you today. Thanks for being here with me today. Have a great Super Bowl Sunday. Go party hardy, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.